Cool. I apologize for keeping you waiting. Was facing some issue over here with the monitor. Still, it's flickering. I don't know the reason why. But anyway, uh, I hope not much of you been seeing your stock market portfolio today. It was a rough day for traders today. Okay. Though I hope you all are watching the news, what's going on in our country right now. If not, I will recommend you all to have a look. Okay. With that being said, wanted to know from Darshini and Tulika, as you only two of you are here. Are we done any practice over this text scanning app? Have we gone through the documentation or even try building that application?
No, sir. Actually, I was studying the previous
Okay. What about Darshini? I'm not sure if Darshini is able to hear me or not. Assuming no. Tulika, yeah, my question was Darshini, have you tried building text recognizer application by yourself? Tulika, okay, no worries. Tulika Darshini, if you have any doubts, any single little bit एकदम छोटा सा छोटा doubt भी है, okay, I highly recommend you all to ask me over the channel or the group, WhatsApp group, or ping me directly. Okay. The whole point is that you keep on the need and you build on the top of it. Okay. But don't worry, we are living in a very basic one. I will be happy to help you out. Okay. So, just a second. Yeah. So, let me run this app. Let's see. Okay, okay. Let me pull out the visor as well. So, if I open the text scanner, we were seeing a camera view being displayed. Okay, and on over that we were able to scan the text, get some output, right? But you can see for timing there is no implementation. There is just the text. Okay, and we're gonna implement the whole application right now. Okay, so the great part is what we have learned so far, we're gonna use that only and just take that code snippet from there and try to build that stuff. Okay, so in our camera view we already have all the things that we needed in order to implement the android implement the camera. Okay, basically in this composable. Okay, so if you see the camera view zip file that I shared you earlier, we have a camera controller that is a need in our use case as well. Okay, we have the context, the life cycle. Okay, we don't want the selected image URI state and the input image state. Okay, for time being we are not taking a stuff. Okay, for time being we are also not taking photo picker, but if you want you can easily implement that as well. Okay, as we are not implementing the photo picker, for timing for today, okay, for today's session. In the zip file that I will be sharing, you will have the all the features implemented. Okay. We have a UI scaffold which is covered in a box, okay, which has a Android view inside it. Okay. So we're gonna take this code that we have already covered in a much more detail. Okay. and uh, and then we're gonna implement the same. Okay. So going with the camera controller. Okay. Acha. For time being, just to let you know, I have already added the dependency that is required for text recognition library from the machine learning kit that we have gone through yesterday. Okay. And for our camera X versions, you all are aware about this. We have I just have copy pasted it from this same zip file that I have shared you earlier. Okay. I have also implemented the Dagger Hill dependencies, okay, so that we can use the dependency injection in to provide our text recognizer and our room database instance. Okay. uh, I yet to need to implement the room database, but we're gonna do that in a bit. Okay. After we implement the main feature of the app. Okay. So we were here. Okay. So I need a camera controller. Okay. So the whole point of this drill is to let you know that with the all the things that you have learned so far, you can implement this feature with a little bit of modification. And uh, and basically to understand that the things that we have gone through already, we just have to use that and iterate as per our use case. Okay. So we have implemented the camera controller. This will control the camera. Okay. Set up some properties. Okay. uh, okay. uh, I have already covered about camera controller in a large context in our last sessions when we were building the QR screen QR scanner code. Okay. So this is the basic drill. This is the basic context that we needed. As you can see, I have already passed the application context here. Okay. So just to let you know, we will get back to this context soon. Okay. Then we need our scaffold. Okay. So I'm gonna take this one. uh yeah. Okay. And gonna implement it over here. Okay. So this been done. We have few errors, but before going that, what I am doing, I am setting the scaffold to fill the entire size. Okay. uh in the scaffold, uh so till now I have created a screen something like this, with the outer part being called the scaffold. Inside this, I am creating a box which is containing the all the necessary, all the available space present in this scaffold. Okay. And then inside it, I am inflating a Android view. Okay. Which is again taking as much as size the box is taking. Okay. The same size as the box is taking, but I'm leaving this part for your understanding. Okay. So why we are taking the box? Because we wanted to showcase a result here. Okay. Whenever we get some data. Okay. And we can also show the outline box in order to uh, border out the material that we are scanning, that we have scanned, and the AI model or the ML model is able to recognize. Okay. So I hope this thing is getting clear. If not, stick with me for a timing. You will get the better understanding of it. Okay. So we have taken the box, fill max size, have provided some padding, and align it to the bottom center. That align it to the bottom of the app app screen. Okay, this Android view you are already aware. Okay, we're gonna write this preview view from scratch. Don't worry about that. Okay, we're gonna write it uh, uh, as per our requirement. Okay, uh, let it be not this. Okay, let it be something like save to db, something like this. Okay, we will modify these things even more, uh, but for time being we are just showing a box, a android view, uh, and a row which contains a button. Okay, we're gonna modify it, but we first gonna resolve this error. Okay, so uh huh so in our camera view app, if you go to the preview, what we were doing, we were setting up a preview view. Okay, setting up a preview surface, the controller, binding it to the cycle, and doing the image analyzing over it. Okay, with some moderation over that, after going through some code base, what I got to know that we can implement it little better. Okay, so I'm gonna take preview view. Okay, provided the context that is needed. Okay, now the compiler is happy. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply few properties to it. Okay, so I'm gonna explicitly give some layout uh, instructions to this preview view. Um, so basically I'm giving instruction on how much the area this preview wants to preview can take up. Okay, so as we have provided this box a film max size, okay, which gonna take the every uh, pixel of the screen. So we wanted to stretch this preview view to get all the space available for that uh, particular android view. Okay, so what we're gonna say, we're gonna say use this layout property. We're gonna say linear layout. Okay, it's a android layout system of view type. Okay, layout params. Okay, and we're gonna say view group, uh, oh, view group dot match layout params dot match parent. Okay, similarly we're gonna do that for the this is for the width, this is for the height. So what we have done, we have said that please preview view take all the yeah, space available for you, stretch it to the width, stretch it to the height. Okay, so we have set it to the complete screen of the uh, complete available space over the screen. Okay, then instead of setting up the preview directly, what we're gonna do, we're gonna set a implementation mode, because we are dealing with the text scanning part. What we're gonna say, implementation mode, okay, is of type preview view dot implementation mode compatible. Okay, so this will gonna set the texture view to this preview view. Okay, which gonna help us to um, assist in scanning the text easily and give some frames to our model. Okay, then I'm gonna say scale type. Okay, to fit, array, just a second, my monitor is causing some issue. Okay, preview with dot scale type dot uh fill fill, I don't remember, let's go with the fill start. Okay, so it's gonna scale up and fill all the available uh, space. Okay, then what we're gonna do, we're gonna use this preview view to set up different properties. Okay, So this is the initialization of this object. Do this and this much stuff. Okay, once this has been initialized, we will gonna use this object to set up our camera controller and our image in analyzer. Okay, so we gonna say camera controller dot bind to lifecycle and give the lifecycle owner. Okay, we're gonna use this preview view dot controller is equal to camera controller. So we have first bind it to lifecycle, then providing the controller of this preview view to this instance. Okay, then we gonna implement how we have done it over here, that camera controller set image analysis analyzer. Okay, which gonna do the analysis of the frame that is been uh, seen at the runtime of the preview and gonna give us some result back. Okay, so coming to here, we gonna say camera controller dot set image analysis analyzer. We're gonna give it the main thread access. Okay, and then we get a image proxy that we needed in order to execute the uh, text recognizer process. Okay, so if you go to uh, text recognition Android. Okay, if you go to here. Okay, if you go to here, this is the step we have already implemented, uh, that is to add the dependency. Okay, uh, acha, we need to set up this recognizer. Okay, so let's set up this recognizer. We go come here. Okay, something like this. So what we are uh, doing over here, we are setting a client which do the all the stuff of recognizing a text and giving it a default option. Okay, uh, just to interpret that our model is able to read at least the basic English and interpret it and gives us some value. Okay, so we got the recognizer. Okay, then it's saying that if you use the camera X library that we are doing, okay, we have this image analysis analyzer that calculates the rotation value for you. Okay, and gives us a image proxy image. Okay, so what we gonna do, uh, we we also gonna create our image analyzer. Okay, I'm gonna say my text recognizer. Okay, something like this. Okay, and I'm gonna extend it or basically implement it image analysis from the camera X API. Okay, dot analyzer. Okay, which is coming from the again camera core camera X library. Okay, if we do so, we get a analysis override method which gives us the image proxy. Okay, so of how we were implementing it over here. Okay, what I can do, instead of doing this, I can do this my text recognizer. Okay, so because set image analysis analyzer have this method in requirement. Okay, and because we have extended this class or basically implemented this interface, instead of giving the implementation here, I'm just setting up my class here and giving the implementation over here. Okay, So what I'm gonna require private well recognizer uh, of type text recognizer. Okay, this text recognizer is coming from the machine learning kit library. Okay, and I'm gonna need private val on result found. Okay, basically whenever uh, we able to scan a text. Okay, so uh, this text is coming from a machine learning kit library. If I go here, ha, so text is an object which we get in a success listener whenever we do a success uh, scan of an uh, image which contains text and able to recognize it. Okay, now this text object contains various things. Okay, what it contains, the text object contain the block, lines and the elements. Okay, two lines become the block here, four elements become a line here. Okay, so this thing can be divided, this block can be divided into four lines, and this last line can be divided into 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 elements. Okay, so the reason of being those doing so is so that we get control of each alphabet or each word, so that we can extract that out from while scanning the text. Okay, although I have already covered this yesterday, just giving an overview. Okay, so we have an analyzer set. Okay, which gives us an image proxy. Let's see how documentation says us to proceed. Okay, it says that once you get the image proxy, convert it to a media image. Okay, so we're gonna copy it, we're gonna convert it to a media image. Okay, so instead of image proxy it is called image. Okay, it is saying that it can be null. So whenever it will be null, what we're gonna do, we're gonna say image proxy dot close, return the run statement. Okay, return the image analyzer uh just a second, was it something like this? Array, this error is from something else. Okay, so we're gonna return if we don't have a image. Okay, so basically what it is saying, it is saying that अगर अगर आप जो इमेज प्रोसेस करना चाह रहे हो उसमें इमेज ही एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती है, मतलब जो आपको इमेज प्रॉक्सी मिली है उसमें कोई टेक्स्ट नहीं है, उसमें कोई ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है, तो उसको प्रोसेस करने का कोई मतलब नहीं है। तो व्हाट वी गोना से कि इस इमेज को डिस्क्लोज कर दो, इस ब्लॉक को रिटर्न कर दो, एंड देन वी गोना मूव फॉरवर्ड विद द डिफरेंट इमेज दैट वी आर that we are uh, showing in our preview. Okay, let me see. Ha, okay, something like this. So we now have a media image. Now we're gonna use this media image to get a input image which we're gonna pass into our analyzer. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this. Okay, I will say media image is not null. Okay, uh, of type image Not sure what was the. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, I will check what I'm missing. So basically, what we wanted to do, we wanted to take this media image, convert to the input image. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this one. Uh, okay, required input image. Okay, of type input image. We gonna get it. Let me quickly check what I'm missing. Image. Okay, of type this and return the null. Not sure how can it be. Let's do one thing. Let's try with out how the documentation is saying. Okay, so media image dot let like this. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, okay. So uh what was the name? Save image. Okay, let it call it something like this. Okay, and instead of image proxy of being a nullable, we have put a let statement to check if this media image is null. We don't want to do anything, we wanna skip that part, and we wanna move forward whenever the image is not null. Okay, so we get a save image, we're gonna convert it to the input image. Okay, now let's check what the documentation is saying. Okay, this is not something we need. So it is saying if you wanted to get a result, just use the recognizer and process the image and put the two callbacks here in order to get the output. Okay, so like how we have done it in our app of the camera view, we were checking if the result is not null, then take the result. If not null, basically we're checking if it is null, then no result found. If is any case doesn't match, then we are sure that some result is being there and then pass it to the callback. Okay, so we're gonna do the same. We're gonna say recognizer, text recognizer dot process. Okay, the input image. So required input image that we have converted from the image proxy. This image proxy is coming from the preview view that we have implemented over here. Okay, we're gonna say if the process is done on success listener, we got a text image, text object, or else if we got a failure result, we're gonna get a exception. Okay, so whenever we get a exception, I'm gonna say println task failed, task failed, uh, with returning the exception. it it dot message. Okay, we can call it exception here. Okay, and we can call it exception here. Okay, now on the success listener we wanted to send it to the on result callback. Okay, uh, let me check if I missed something. Oh, we wanted to do that over the image proxy image over there, and instead of using this media image here, we want to use the save image here. Okay, my bad. Cool. So let me put it in two lines. Converting image taking the media image from the image proxy. Okay, is the first step. In the second step, checking if the image is not null. Okay, so we are sure that some image is there. Then we are converting the media image to input image. Okay, as required for the machine learning kit. Okay, to process the image. Okay, so because our recognizer needs an input type of image, it needs input type image. We're gonna provide that. Okay, so this is a input type image. Okay, now on the success listener we're gonna say println task success. Okay, and we're gonna print out the details. So it dot text. Okay, and we're gonna say on result found. Okay, and uh we're gonna send it to our main camera screen file. Okay, so here now we have a callback or some parameters to pass. So for the recognizer we need to pass recognizer, and for on result found we're gonna open a lambda. Okay, we get a text type image, uh, recognize text object. Okay, I hope this includes some clarity. Okay, and then we're gonna process some stuff over here in order to get our output. Okay, so hold the value. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a variable, a state variable. We can say recognize text uh, by remember of type mutable state of. Okay, which will be nullable string. Okay, initial value will be null. Okay, something like this. This is a state to hold the recognized text. Okay, so how we gonna get the recognized text is, it will be recognized text equal to recognize text object dot text. Okay, so this will give us the string value. Okay, string value which we can show in our UI. Okay, so let's build the bottom UI for our use case. Okay, or let me just grab it in a second to save some time. Okay, something like this. Okay, recognize text. We don't need a photo picker or this option. Okay, we only wanted to save it to the db. Okay, we're gonna implement that in a minute. But what we have did, we have created a column which contains the output text that we want to show, and few options that we can implement it later. First being to save it to the db. Okay, uh cool. We don't need this part. We don't want it to go around over this, so let's remove it. Okay, we don't need it. On result, we're gonna implement in a bit. Okay, so before moving forward, let me know what I have shared till now. Did it make sense to you all, like what we are doing in current stage? Cool, Tulika. It's completely fine. Having understanding of 60% over like half an hour, it's a great thing. But I will. Okay, nice. Okay, I will just summarize what we are doing. Just nod or just unmute yourself if you don't get it. Okay, in between. Okay, so सबसे पहले we have this text recognizer library coming from the machine learning kit. Okay, then what we are doing, just a second. Then what we are doing, we are taking this library, importing it to our Android project. Okay, then then वी आर क्रिएटिंग अ रिकॉग्नाइजर क्लाइंट. ओके, जैसे आपको डेटाबेस बनाना है या डेटाबेस में कुछ चीज इंसर्ट करना है, तो आपको डेटाबेस ऑब्जेक्ट चाहिए होगा, राइट? आपको टेक्स्ट रिकॉग्नाइज करना है, तो टेक्स्ट रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए आपको एक ऑब्जेक्ट तो चाहिए होगा टेक्स्ट रिकॉग्नाइजर का. so we are creating a object of text recognizer which is coming from the machine learning kit, and this is the object for it. Okay, then ये इमेज प्रॉक्सी वाला जो एनालिसिस वाला जो मेथड है ना, ये कैमरा कैमरा एक्स एपीआई से हमें मिलता है. ओके, तो अगर आप देखोगे तो ये जो कैमरा कंट्रोलर में मैंने सेट इमेज एनालाइजर जो लगाया है, उस मेथड के अगर आप इम्प्लीमेंटेशन और सिग्नेचर में जाओगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि ये हमें एनालाइजर काइंड ऑफ अ इंटरफेस का कॉल बैक देता है. और एग्जीक्यूटर पूछता है कि आपको इसको किस में एग्जीक्यूट कराना है, मेन थ्रेड में, बैकग्राउंड थ्रेड में, खुद की थ्रेड में. ओके, वो हम एग्जीक्यूटर नेक्स्ट फेज में पढ़ेंगे. बट एनालाइजर हमें एक वो देता है, बेसिकली मेथड्स देता है जिससे हम चीजों को एनालाइज कर सके, और इन रिटर्न हमें इमेज प्रॉक्सी मिलती है. ओके, इमेज प्रॉक्सी, अगर मैं आपको ये दिखाऊं, तो ये इमेज प्रॉक्सी is everything that you see in a preview view. Okay, I just gonna share it in a minute. Okay, तो हमें जितना भी प्रीव्यू व्यू में दिखाता है, एक सेकंड में 100 बार हमें इमेज प्रॉक्सी रिटर्न करेगा. ओके, तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, जब भी हम अपने फोन को ओके, प्रीव्यू व्यू के साथ किसी ऑब्जेक्ट के ऊपर प्लेस कर रहे हैं। मान लो अरे माय मॉनिटर इज गिविंग मी अ वेरी हार्ड टाइम, इट इज गेटिंग ब्लिंक्ड आउट। ओके, सो मान लो ये कोई बॉल ऑब्जेक्ट है। ओके, आप इसको स्कैन कर रहे हो, अपना फोन इसके ऊपर रखे। ओके, पर बॉल ऑब्जेक्ट ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कि आपको, आपने स्कैन किया तुरंत इसके ऊपर आ गया। होगा कैसे कि अगर आप अपने फोन को टिल्ट कर रहे हो ऑब्जेक्ट के पास लाने के लिए, तो वो स्क्रीन में कुछ ऐसे 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 करके आएगा, राइट। तो वो जितना सेकंड ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ से यहाँ आने में लगाया, इतने बीच में इमेज प्रॉक्सी ने हमें 100 बार चीजें रिटर्न करके दे दी, 100 इमेज प्रॉक्सी करके दे दी। ओके, तो हम उस 100 इमेज में से एक इमेज को एक्सट्रैक्ट आउट कर रहे हैं, विच वी गोना एनालाइज। ओके, सो इस इमेज प्रॉक्सी में से मैं इमेज को निकाल रहा हूँ, देख रहा हूँ उस इमेज नल तो नहीं है। ओके, आ, वो कौन सी इमेज एनालिसिस करना है वो सब लाइब्रेरी हैंडल कर रही है। ओके, वी आर जस्ट डूइंग द बेसिक चेक एज अ डेवलपर। ओके, देन उस इमेज को मैं लेके इनपुट इमेज में कन्वर्ट कर रहा हूँ। इनपुट इमेज में क्यों कन्वर्ट कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ये रिकॉग्नाइजर वही इमेज को प्रोसेस कर सकता है। अगर आप स्पेन घूमने जा रहे हो, यूरोप घूमने जा रहे हो, तो आप इंडियन रुपीस दोगे तो वहां नहीं चलेगा, राइट। आप उसको वहां का करेंसी दोगे तभी आप कुछ खरीद पाओगे, राइट। तो आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप अपने करेंसी को बैंक में दे रहे हो, बैंक वाला उसको कन्वर्ट कर दे रहा है, फिर आप स्पेन में या यूरोप में जर्मनी में जाके उसको उस करेंसी में खर्चा कर पा रहे हो, राइट। सिमिलरली वी आर डूइंग द सेम। हम इमेज को ले रहे हैं विच इज ऑफ टाइप दिस मीडिया इमेज। ओके, एंड उसको हम इनपुट इमेज में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं। उस चीज को कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हमें सम डेटा की रिक्वायरमेंट रहती है विच इंक्लूड रोटेशन डिग्री। ओके, सो उसमें हम कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं, फिर हम रिकॉग्नाइजर मशीन लर्निंग मॉडल को बोल रहे हैं कि प्लीज इसको प्रोसेस करो, मैं आपको ये इमेज दे रहा हूँ। जब ये इमेज प्रोसेस हो जाएगी, लाइन नंबर 29 एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा, तब या तो वो लाइन नंबर 30 को कॉल करेगा, या तो वो लाइन नंबर 33 को कॉल करेगा, दोनों को नहीं करेगा, दोनों में से किसी एक चीज को करेगा। ओके, नाउ जैसी वो चीजें प्रोसेस हो जाएगी, हम अपने कॉल बैक से वो डेटा को ले लेंगे। दिस इज हाई ऑर्डर फंक्शन लैम्डा। ओके, वी गोना in this I have created a high order function which is taking a function, and through the lambda I am processing it, और इसको मैं अपने वेरिएबल में स्टोर कर ले रहा हूँ, वट एवर द आउटपुट आई एम गेटिंग। ओके, आई होप आप लोग को स्टिल पार्शली ही अंडरस्टैंड हुआ होगा। द रीजन बीइंग कि आप लोग ने चीजें रिवाइज नहीं की है या बाद में करोगे। तो अगर आप कैमरा व्यू वाले प्रोजेक्ट में जाओगे और ये डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पढ़ोगे, तभी आपको समझ में आएगा पूरी पिक्चर। ओके, टिल देन इट विल बी पार्शियली इन योर हेड, एंड इन ऑर्डर टू सॉलिडिफाई इट यू हैव टू डू सम वर्क अराउंड इट। ओके, सो विद दैट बीइंग सेड, हमारा थोड़ा सा यूआई बन गया है, हमारे कैमरा भी इम्प्लीमेंट हो गया है। ओके, what we gonna do, let's remove this line which is not required. Okay, let's format it. Okay, now what we gonna do, we gonna run it and see if we are able to see the at least the camera preview or not. Okay, so ये मेरा device है, I'm gonna open this part. Okay, you can see we are getting uh, a column which is aligned to the bottom. Okay, which says output text and a save db button. मतलब don't go with the UI alignment on all that stuff, but try to understand कि ये पूरा एक प्रीव्यू व्यू था जो कि एक बॉक्स के अंदर था, क्योंकि बॉक्स एक स्टैक टाइप कंपोजेबल है जिसमें हम जो चीज को लास्ट में डालेंगे वो चीज सबसे ऊपर दिखेगी। ओके, सो इन आवर केस इन आवर केस एंड्रॉयड व्यू सबसे टॉप में था, ओके, उसके नीचे कॉलम था, राइट। तो हमें एंड्रॉयड व्यू के ऊपर कॉलम दिख रहा है। ओके, वी हैव कवर्ड दिस बेसिक्स इन आवर सेकेंड वीक ऑफ दिस कोर्स। ओके, नाउ अब मैं इस कैमरा को किसी टेक्स्ट के पास लेके जाऊंगा, तो इट गोना रिकॉग्नाइज इट। लेट्स सी इफ वी आर एबल टू मेक इट सो। लेट मी राइट समथिंग, प्लीज process it for me, okay, something like this. Okay, uh let me do in a parallel way so that you can also see the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna take my device. Okay, please process it for me. So it's been not processing. Okay, let me make it little bigger. Open the scanner again, or maybe it is processing, we are not showing the output. Let me see if it is the case. No, we are showing the output. uh 1 second. Just a second. We wanted to format it to our need. Okay, first of all, uh what I wanted to do next is to create this check, animate visibility, and I'm gonna say recognize text if it is not null or empty. Okay, I wanted to do that on this basis. Hmm. Okay, this been done. Let me check if I'm forgetting something. We have given the recognizer, we have given the Android view. Let me check just a second. These things looks good to me. I have created this check, uh something like this. Not sure, I was writing the same code earlier, it was not working. Maybe I've imported the wrong image type before. Okay. Also, what we wanted to do, we wanted to do the result found callback only if this result that we are trying to pass contains the text in it or not. Okay. So result dot text is not null or empty. Okay, so we wanted to do the check. Okay, is empty. Okay, or it's and if result dot text is not blank. ओके, मतलब बेसिकली उसमें रिजल्ट होगा तभी हम कॉल बैक को कॉल करेंगे. ओके, something like this. We're gonna call it result dot this. We're gonna call it result dot this. Okay, analyze the image is done, this is done, this looks good to me. We have given the match parent. Was it is fill? Let me check that as well. No, the previous value was correct. We wanted to fill it from the start. uh Modifier, everything looks good to me. Okay, okay. Image analysis, default back camera, keep only latest. Let's try to hide it and see. Let me delete this app and try it again. Okay, so for time being, if it is not working, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do task and check if we are getting any exception or if we have missed anything. I have provided the camera and internet value as well. Not sure. Let's see if we get any error, then we're gonna investigate it as well. Task. Okay. So our app is running. I'm gonna this. I'm gonna provide the permission. Maybe due to some orientation. Let me see it. Let me try it again. Oh oh. Let's see if we get any exception. We are getting success. Hmm. So you can see, uh, we are getting a callback of task success, but we are not able to process it. Like you can also see, we are able to get this process it text. Process, like we are able to get this much of text inflated and read successfully. Uh, uh, it's not blank, it's not empty. Let's try with this part. Uh, Not sure. Let me give it a try. Or let me do one thing. Let me do an add on complete listener as well. We're gonna do the same thing over here as well. Okay. I'm gonna say it dot text, it dot result dot text. I'm gonna say it dot result dot. text. You can create a variable for it, but for timing, just for testing purpose, I am putting it over here. Okay, let's let's first remove it, although it will not make any big of a difference. Let's try to run it. Hmm. So this. Oh, oh, you can see now the thing is working fine, right? So, uh, so the text is able to recognize, right? Instead of ple, it is running, recognizing it as jhe, right? So because of the some font differences might be happening, but you can see that the block contain process it, the line contains process it, and the element content process it, and the next block it is taking for me, uh, and taking please uh, after this. So some weird recognition, but you can see with this implementation that we are able to uh, recognize the text. Okay, so let's go to the logcat and see what method is returning. Maybe maybe some check that I put was causing some issue, but that should not happen. Uh, but again, we are able to get the result both on the complete listener and the success listener. Okay, uh, cool, cool. So I know in live coding things get fail a little, but let me know if you all understood what I've shared till now. Cool. Darshini? Nice. Nice. Okay. Now let me know if I provide you this code base, provide you the way how to implement the dagger hilt and the database implementation. Will be able to implement it in next 2 days? If you can't, let me know why this. Okay. Tulika, is it because you have exams over there?
No, sir. Actually, I'm going out of station day after tomorrow.
So you might not be able to continue with the rest of the course?
Sir, for 3 4 days I'll be out of station. I will be back by 11.
Okay. Darshini? Cool.
Yes, sir, I can able to complete.
Oh, nice. Nice. So I'll explain you what we have to do next. Okay. Uh, in the camera screen, uh, I'm not sure, maybe this will be the culprit or something, but this should be needed. Anyway, moving forward, if the code is working, let's not disturb it more. Okay. So Darshini, what I meant to say, that now we are getting a recognized text, right, in the form of a string. This format recognized text is nothing but I've created an extension function to beautify the output. Okay, nothing else. Okay. I'm taking the block, uh, extracting the text out of it, taking the lines, uh, uh, taking the output from it, and taking the elements in just for the demonstration purpose. But in your implementation, let's say you just wanted to put block in your code base, sorry, in your database, okay, and save it to the your local DB. Okay, so in our last week when we were learning about database, you have to do nothing but create a DAO. Okay, uh, because DAO need a table to work with. You need to first create a entity. Okay, let's call it like text recognizer entity. You will create a primary key, the content it is holding, the date. Okay, because we are dealing with the date, we are gonna need a type converter. Okay, I have already shared about that in the last video. Okay, you're gonna create a DAO. That DAO will having two functions, that is to insert the node and to get sorry, basically to insert the text and to fetch all the text that is been saved till now. Okay, then you need to create this abstract database class, uh, which have some annotations that will help the compiler know that this class is here to generate a database object with the table it is holding, and the converter that might come handy from input and the output of the data into the database. Okay, I am hope you are already aware about the dependency injection thing, but if not, I will provide you this code base. Okay, you have to implement the modules of your respective classes that you wanted to inject, but the whole exercise is to implement this uh, sorry, implement this functionality by your own. Okay, and once you get the recognize, if a user tap on this save to DB button, whatever text you have recognized, just insert it to the DB. Okay, and in the home screen, as I am only showing a uh, open text scanner button, you can create one button here, which gonna say one second. Let me remove the doc. Yeah. Okay. So I was saying just how I've created a scanner button. Create a button here which will take you to some history screen or the list of text recognizer screen, where you can list all the output uh, that you have got from processing a text. Okay. You can work around and play. Oh, we have. You can work around and play with this different library, that is Chinese, Hindi, Japanese, Korean. Okay, and try to see if your model is able to recognize those texts as well or not. Okay, so if you implement this, you can provide some filter type on your history screen, that if the text was Chinese, you can filter out the Chinese uh, output. If it was Hindi, the Hindi output, and so on. Okay, so you can always increase the uh, level of your project with some small and small features. Okay, now I just wanted to showcase you one thing. Let me quickly grab that code as well. This. uh no, we want don't want to change it to wall. I wanted to share you some interesting thing over here. Huh. So whenever we get a text, we're gonna say recognize text block. For each block, I wanted to ideally this is not a correct implementation, but just wanted to demonstrate that if you have a multiple block, okay, you can create a list of uh, rectangle object. Okay, so what this rectangle object is about, that this block, when AI is recognizing or scanning the frame, okay, they create a box saying that this frame contains the text, and I just have to recognize that box area and the text inside it. Okay, so this library gives us this text object which contain block object, and this block object contain the bounding box object, which gives returns us a rectangle object from the Android graphic library. If you go to the rectangle object, you can see that it contains some values for left, top, right, bottom, and using these values, we can create a box around our scanned text to showcase our user that this area of text uh, have been scanned by the UI. Okay, to showcase the uh, box around the text in our camera preview, I've used the Canvas API. Okay, from the Compose, I've given it the full max size. Okay, and I'm saying I'm doing some calculation that the box size will be something like this, based on the width and the height of the rectangle. And I said that the top left area of a box, the offset of this will be this. Okay, so if I showcase you in a whiteboard what I meant, let's remove this. My Mac is lagging a little bit. Okay, so what I meant to say, let's assume you have a text here. Let it be small. Okay, and once you're scanning, okay, uh, once you're scanning, the our application starts showing a box around the text, stating to the user that this text is being scanned and this is the output we are getting. Okay, so that user get a better interface that what area the AI model has scanned and of what value I'm getting the output for. Okay, so if I uh, ha so if I explain about the top left part, what I meant to say, this, if you have the width and the height, okay, and if you know the top point that you wanted to basically uh, put your box. Okay, so you just need the X point and the Y point of this top left area, because you already have the width and the height. The compose library will handle the rest of the calculation for you. Okay, so let me explain it again. Just a second. Let me zoom out. Okay, what I meant to say, अगर आपको इस बॉक्स का हाइट पता है और विड्थ पता है, ओके, आपको उसका डायमेंशंस पता है। नाउ यू नीड अ पॉइंट वेयर यू वांटेड टू स्टार्ट द टेक्स्ट टू ड्रॉ ऑन द यूआई, ओके। तो हम क्या करते हैं, हम इसको टॉप लेफ्ट वाला पॉइंट दे देते हैं कि भाई आपका स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट ये होगा, आप यहाँ से इतना हाइट नीचे जाओ, इतना विड्थ राइट में जाओ, दिस इज वी हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन, ओके। सो टू inflate this height and width of a box and to let the Android UI know कि ये कहाँ बनेगा, what we do, we give it a top left property to a box, okay। I hope I'm making sense over here. So I've calculated the top left value, okay, and I have calculated the size, okay। साइज हमें विड्थ और हाइट से मिल गई, और टॉप लेफ्ट वैल्यू मेरे को टॉप और लेफ्ट प्रॉपर्टी से मिल गई, जो मेरे को इस रेक्टेंगल से मिली थी। देन आई क्रिएट दिस ड्रॉ रेक्टेंगल मेथड, ये आपको इनबिल्ट मिलता है, ओके। दिस यू गेट इनबिल्ट इनसाइड दिस कैनवास। हमने उसको रेड कलर दिया, हमने उसको टॉप लेफ्ट वैल्यू दी, हमने उसको साइज दिया, ओके। इफ आई रन इट, ओके, and come to here, okay, let me minimize the screen again, okay। So if I open my app, cool, so the text is being scanned, okay, but you can see the box we are getting is was not aligned to the part that this app was scanning, okay. And the second part, even the scanning was done, we are still showcasing the box around it, okay। So I will leave this thing as a practice for you all to give this Canvas API a try, okay, because you are already aware about the Jetpack Compose. With little documentation reading, you will be able to understand it, okay. But the practice is that if you are able to make it work, you will get a good amount of learning from it, okay. Also you will understood that if even our frame is changing, we are not doing certain tasks in order to refresh our UI, right? So while learning about Android view and preview view, you will understand why this thing is happening, okay. Although the code base that I will be sharing over my GitHub and the zip file, I'm gonna provide you the solution for that, okay. But I will invite you all to give it a try and see if you are able to make it work, okay. But this little demonstration was to showcase you how you can achieve it, but this is just the 10% of the work that we have done so far, okay. So till now, you know how to do dependency injection, how to do room database implementation. Now you also aware about how to do camera related stuff. Okay. Now it's just like to joining those dots and create an application. Okay. Once you did the basic part, try to implement this canvas thing, the border around the text that we are scanning, and some more states, so that we can increase the uh, user experience uh, of this app, okay, so that the end product gets more sophisticated and we are able to do more actions about that, okay. In any case, I will be providing the zip file and the solution, but I'll highly encourage you all to give it a try. Okay. So I hope Darshani and Tulika, you are aware about the next assignment of this course. And if you have any doubts, I'm saying it again and again, if you have any doubts, feel free to ping me. Okay. uh, with that being said, I'm gonna end the session today. If anyone have any doubt, I'm staying here for a minute or two. You can go ahead and ask it out, or else if there is nothing else, you can drop as well. So that's pretty much it from my end. Tomorrow will be holiday. We're gonna start from Thursday again with a new topic. Okay. Yeah, Tulika, definitely, I will highly encourage that if you have took a step ahead of learning Android, without efforts it will not be happening. And if you're making efforts, I will be happy to help you out to become a good Android developer. Okay. So give it a try. I will be there to help you out, or anyone who's watching this video. Okay. So yeah, I'm staying here for a minute. You can go ahead if anyone have any doubt. Cool. Seems like we are good to go. We have covered almost 1.5 an hour. Uh, but yeah, I think we are good to go. Thank you, Tulika. Thank you, others, for giving a time. See you soon.